If you're a fan of spinach artichoke dip, you are in for a treat because today we're making a vegetarian baked pasta dish flavored with, you guessed it, spinach and artichoke. To me, with its creamy and cheesy texture, it is one of those comfort foods that you can make on a Tuesday night to treat your family. Plus, it is made with a handful of ingredients like cream cheese, canned artichoke hearts, and spinach, all of which are, I assume, basic pantry staples. So, without further ado, let me show you how to make it. So we'll start with the pasta. I'm making this real time, so I'll go ahead and start boiling the water while I'm making the sauce. One thing I highly recommend here is to season the water with a generous amount of salt. Most chefs say that the pasta water should taste like the ocean. This way, in the end, your cooked pasta is properly seasoned before it is even mixed with the rest of the ingredients. While that's boiling, go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we'll start making the spinach artichoke sauce. If you have it, use an oven-proof skillet large enough to hold a pound of cooked pasta. I'll include the one that I use in the description. It is probably one of the most used pans in my kitchen, so I would highly recommend it. If you don't have an oven-proof skillet, then you can cook the sauce in any pan, then transfer and bake it in a casserole dish. To start, heat a tablespoon of olive oil over medium heat. Press a few cloves of garlic through a garlic press and sauté for 30 seconds to a minute until it is fragrant. Do not leave the side of it as garlic burns easily. Add in the chopped artichoke hearts and cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Now it seems like my water is boiling, so I'll go ahead and add the pasta. This way, by the time I'm done with my sauce, it'll be cooked. Now back to the sauce. Add in 5 to 6 cups of baby spinach leaves into the pan. At first, it will look like a lot, but if you've ever cooked spinach, you know that as it cooks, most of the liquid in the leaves will evaporate and it's going to go down to pretty much nothing. Grab a cup of pasta liquid, which in a minute will help us thin out the sauce. Add in 4 ounces of cream cheese into the pan, along with a 3/4 of a cup of the pasta liquid. Give it a stir, breaking the big chunks of the cheese with the back of a wooden spoon. I also like to zest a lemon just to brighten up the flavors, but that's optional. This is also a good time to season the sauce with a little bit of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Turn the heat down to low and let it simmer for a minute while you quickly drain the pasta. Add the pasta into the pan, give it a gentle stir, making sure that it is coated with the sauce as much as possible. And finally, stir in the mozzarella cheese for that extra cheesy goodness. Place it into the oven and bake for about 15 minutes or until all the cheese is melted. When done, finish it off with a handful of shaved Parmesan cheese before serving. There you have it, friends, a dreamy, cheesy spinach artichoke pasta bake that is not only delicious but also easy to make. Before I let you go, here are a few things. 1. Just like most pasta recipes, this dish is best on the day it is made. However, you can store leftovers in an airtight container and keep them in the fridge for up to 3 days. 2. If you're short on time, you can skip the oven and serve it right away. I like that 15-minute oven time to melt everything nicely and create a nice crusty exterior, but you still have a delicious pasta dish if you skip the baking part. And finally, if you want to serve this dish with some animal protein, I recommend topping it off with my sesame seared tuna or baked bone-in chicken breast. I think that's about it. Now you know everything I know about how to make spinach artichoke pasta bake. I will include the link to the full recipe in the description below. If you end up making it, be sure to snap a photo and tag me on Instagram so that I can see your creations. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for similar delicious recipes every week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.